This is the DX Code of Conduct with my commentary on each aspect. There are 13 items in there and most of them are self-explanatory, but you know me, I can't help but expound on a topic when given the opportunity. Number 1, I will listen and then listen again before calling. This sounds kind of silly, but I've heard many times a station that is running a DXpedition or a special event. Perhaps it's just rare DX, and maybe even in a contest, finally answers someone who has been calling, who then goes on to ask about what the operator is doing. Had they listened, and listened again, instead of calling first and listening later, they would have known what was up and not made a fool of themselves on the air. I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. This is probably the most ignored piece of advice I've heard on the air. I can't tell you how many times I've heard a station finally get recognized and their first words are, "Can you confirm your call sign for me?" Well, they then go on to give the operator a signal report of 59. I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. Now, the DX cluster and other similar operating aids are marvelous pieces of technology. They really make your searching for DX a lot easier. But like much technology, it depends on inputs from the users. Garbage in, garbage out, right? If someone is posting their contact on a DX cluster or just posting something they heard about on a DX cluster, and if they make a mistake in their post, maybe they screw up the call sign or get the frequency wrong. Maybe they just suffer from fat fingers. It happens. Then the cluster will be putting out bad info. Back to the beginning. Listen and listen again to verify that you are on the correct frequency and that you're calling your intended station. I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling, and never tune up on the DX frequency in the QXS slot. That's when you're operating split. This happens a lot. You can hear folks tuning up right on top of the DX station. It is irritating, especially when someone is tuning up their amplifier. Audio is a phrase that lets me know that the tuning station is a real lid. I will wait for the station to end a contact before I call. That's number 5. Always wait to hear the DX station say QRZ or start calling CQ again before joining the mob of stations calling. A little while back I did a video. I'll put a tag right up here. There's also a link to the video description and also a tag at the end of this video. It's pretty good. You'll enjoy it, I hope. Number 6, I will always send my full call sign. Now, sending a shortened version of your call, like just the last 2 characters, doesn't help speed the process, no matter how much you hear a lot of other people doing it. It really just muddies up the work. The DX station will always go back to the call he fully recognizes and will only call someone with a shortened call sign if they're the only ones they hear. Sending a shortened version of your call only adds to the confusion of the pileup. Number 7, I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. While this does happen with phone quite a bit, it can be especially prevalent on CW and RTTY, where people are using their computers and macros to make their contacts. So, When building your macros, make sure that you have at least one that contains your call sign a single time, instead of repeating your call sign 3 or 4 times with a single function key button push. Number 8, I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign not mine. When the DX operator is making a contact with someone who is not you, this is a good time for you to listen and enjoy the fun that chasing DX can be. I will not transmit. Number 9, I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign not like mine. The DX operator is having some of the same problems that you are by being on the receiving end of the pileup. Very often, even if everyone is sending out their full calls, they'll only hear a portion of the call. When this happens, the DX operator will usually ask for a portion of the call that he heard. If this portion of the call is not a portion of your call, stay quiet. I can't tell you how many times people have come back to my call sign, ND3N. They might come back and say, station ending in 3 November. And 6 of the stations will jump on burying me while I'm trying to make the contact. It's very frustrating. Number 10, I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographical areas other than mine. Very often, a DX operator may want to give some of his friends from home an opportunity to work the DX station. He might also have a weak link into an area with some of his friends just are having a hard time. I was working a friend whose son was in the Navy, and he had the opportunity to go down to Guantanamo Bay to visit him. And we were in the Antelope Valley area of California, and we heard a call. He says, okay, he was working all the DX when he wasn't fishing. Evidently, he's really good fishing down there. But he called back. He said, okay, I only want stations from the Antelope Valley area of California to contact me. And 2 or 3 people came in ahead of me. Then finally, I tossed my call out. And he said, hey, Tom, good to hear from you. And we went on. But it's that kind of operation. Now, keep in mind, the DX operator has probably spent a lot of money, time, and effort to put together this DX operation. If he wants to give contacts to his friends back home, let him. It's his dime, okay? Number 11, when the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. There's an old adage, time is money. When working DX, the Ham's adage is time is contacts. Keep your exchange as short as possible. They're not there to have a rag chew. They are there to make as many contacts as they can in the time that they have for the operation. This is also true of a contest operation. Number 12, I will be thankful if and when I do make a contact. Anytime you make a contact with rare DX, or even not so rare operations, especially if you had to get it's self-rewarding. Know that you have done something special, that your station served you well, and you have another notch in your belt. Good on you. Number 13, I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. Well, this is a good way to live your life, isn't it? Not just while you're on the air. To get respect, you give respect. The difference between on-air activities and those in the rest of your life is that on the air, as you patiently worked your way through the pileup, you have been heard by hundreds, if not thousands, of fellow hams. And in the eyes of each one of them, you've earned a bit of respect, all by offering respect to the DX operator and your fellow hams sharing your goal. Well, that's another one done and dusted. I hope I provided you with some new information that will help you when dealing with DX. If this is the first one of my videos that you've watched, please give me a like by clicking on that thumbs up button. If you watch more of my videos and like what you see and haven't subscribed yet, why not? Please subscribe so you'll be able to see all of my videos in one convenient place. And please ring the bell to be notified when I post new content. Also, please share this content either on social media or via email to your friends and family or office workers. They might appreciate the content, and I'd appreciate the referral. 7-3 for now. Always at your service. I'm Tom, ND3N, and I'm out.